Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If you are new here, what up? So today we're going to talk about Dr. Zorsha. This is the new Wave 2 defensive rider. So this is week 5. We had her and a dragon come out, a warrior. I will talk about that in another video. And then next week, week 6, we will see the tower branch come out and a new tower and all that jazz. There will probably be a PG live stream on it, and I will post as much information as I can when that happens. But today we are solely focused on this defensive rider. Now, defensive riders either have, most of them are either just a general rider where you have like Crom, where it's just general attack and HP, but then you have riders like Kasima and Riva and now Dr. Zorsha that also provide a boost, whether it be attack or HP, to specific towers. And that is something that Dr. Zorsha provides. So that is what we're going to go over today. So with this rider, there are 3 different skill paths that you can go down. The first one being attack. So you would get 18.5 attack and 22% HP in general. This means that all of the towers on that Perch Island area are going to just get that general buff. And then you're going to get 10% dark flak and fire flak attack. So then your dark flaks and your fire flaks would be doing 28.5% attack versus just the regular 18.5 that all of your other general towers would do. Personally, I don't really rate attack. I would rather beef up the HP of my towers. That's me. I don't want them to die as quickly. I want it to be harder to kill them rather than them getting a little bit more damage off and then like getting taken out quicker. So I would rather them get 3 shots off than just 1. The next path that you can go down is an HP path that boosts 3 flaks. So it's going to do the 18.5, but then 17% general HP. So you get a drop off of HP there. And then you get 10% dark, earth flak, and then ice flak HP. I probably should have not abbreviated earth flak, but it is earth flak rather than electro flak. I don't believe that there are electro flak lines. And then the HP of 2 flaks gives you the first set where you get the 18.5 and the 22, but then you get 10% HP to your ice flaks and your dark flaks. That's personally the one that I would go down just because I have an island with a dark flak and an ice flak that I rate really highly. I have a lot of runes for it. It's definitely an island that I want to beef up. So that is probably the skill tree I would go down personally, but everyone has their own tastes as far as their base. Base building is very personal and very different for everyone, but there are kind of general like do's and don'ts to it. But yeah, so I would go down the 3rd path personally, and I do think that it's a pretty good rider, and I will probably get it for my flak island. Now, how does Zorsha compare to other kind of HP buff riders? I'm doing HP because I personally don't rate attack. So if you want attack stats, you're welcome to look them up on Neon, which is a website for War Dragon stats, but I am going on HP based. So Crom has 18% attack and 23% HP overall. So I have Crom right now personally, so I would lose that 1% overall HP, but I would gain the 10% on my dark flak and my ice flak. And I think that that is a fair trade-off just because I don't think the 1% HP is going to make a huge difference for me to my other towers. But I think the HP on my dark flak and my ice flak will make a big difference for me. And then we have Riva, which is 15% attack, 21% HP, and then 20% to mages. You can also skill this for your lightning towers. So I would probably put Riva on my lightning island. I am at a place where I have 2 perch areas that I can buff. So I would probably run Zorsha and then Riva for my lightnings. But at the moment, I don't rate the 20% on the mages personally because I don't have that many mages on my kill island. If you were running an island like 4, 5, 6 where you have 3 islands and they all have mages, it would probably be really beneficial for you, especially to stop different spells like the blue mage that stops Kinarix's shield and a lot of the healing spells on dragons like Zul. And then red mages just so death gazes and freezes won't land. I think that would be a good thing that you could rate to for Riva. So if you only have 1 perch area, you really want to dive in and see what you want to buff the most as far as those like tiered riders. But I do think that Zorsha is a pretty good one. Then, because a lot of people will compare it to Kasima, Kasima has 16% attack and 20% HP. And then it does give 10% Dark Flak and Earth Flak attack and HP. Attack on an Earth Flak is kind of meh. The 10% on the Dark Flak is okay, but personally I would rather boost my Ice Flak than my Earth Flak because it's probably the first thing that most people target when they come to an island. So that's what you're going to attack, because that's the only thing you can attack if you super shot a shielding tower is the shield, or the tower that shields. So your Earth Flack gets taken out, and then why are you buffing it is kind of my take on it. So I rate Zorsha a little bit higher than I would rate Kasima. You also get a little bit more HP to your regular towers. And again, I don't really rate the Earth Flack. And then Vivian is just kind of like an honorable mention, because I know a lot of people did get her back in the gap whenever she was a seasonal rider. She has 16% attack, 16.6, and then the HP, I think it's 21.5. So Vivian was just kind of like an honorable mention. So you can see the stats and the comparison between all of the riders. Like I said, base building is very personal. So this might be a rider that you wouldn't rate because you don't run an Ice Flack and a Dark Flack combo. But this is a rider that I personally would rate because one of my kill islands is mostly just my Dark Flack and my Ice Flack. There just was a specific rune that came out for Ice Flack and Dark Flack. So the combination of the two is really nice for me personally. I like to disable and stun. So I have that and my mages and my orrery, which I built a blue mage. Everyone can stop yelling at me now. I finally built one. It's great. It's beautiful. Okay, so I think the Zorsha is a great rider. I think it will be very nice, especially if you aren't able to get an Atlas rider, or you don't want to get the Atlas rider and level it up, but you have the extra sigils and like can dump it there. I don't know. It does come with a lot of chests because it's a rider. I think it's a decent line, especially if you are looking for something else to go for, or you just wanted something else. There will be a new tower. There will be the tower branch to go for as well. So just keep in mind what is going to make or break your season and what you need. So if you don't need this rider, if you don't think that it is going to outperform Crom or another similar thing that's better in your opinion, I would probably pass it up. Just because you could get Kasima from Atlas, or you could get Crom from Atlas. But I think it's a good rider, and I'm kind of happy with it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's anything that we should complain about, personally. I think it's pretty cool. So I hope this video helped you out. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye!